Combat task completed.
Nice. Hello everybody, hope Leagues is going well for you. We're coming up on the final weeks, which is kind of insane because with the massive extension that we got, it felt like it was going to be ages until this is finally coming up, but it's here. So I guess it's time to dive into how we're going to actually get the ranked cups that we want. So either if it's going to be Dragon, Rune, Adamant, or any of the other ones, there's always goals for everybody in any kind of set categories. So I was hoping to go over some more efficient ways of getting some tasks completed. There's a lot more resources out now, especially the one we're going to look at today, which is WikiSync. I think that's a huge asset to help you kind of figure out which tasks you may want to prioritize or not prioritize based on people's percentage of completion. So I think that's pretty cool. So let's just dive right into that. Okay, so I'm pretty sure we're all familiar with the old school RuneScape wikis, just page on tasks. This is the page where we can just check out all the tasks that are a part of the game. And if you come down here, you can kind of check them off. If you did one, you can just kind of click on it and you're good to go. And they added in a plugin called WikiSync, which is really cool. If you open up RuneLite itself, you'll go over into the configuration tab, and if you go down into plugins, then you can type in just WikiSync and then WikiSync by McAdams. That is the one you're looking for, and then you're able to actually go down and select your username and then look up, and then it'll auto refresh to how many of the things are completed, and you can either hide completed or show them. So now you have like a really nice streamlined look at exactly what you want to do, and maybe you want to start focusing on some of the agility stuff like I probably should do, and then you can kind of see, oh, I have some of these hard tasks that may seem pretty easy, or maybe it's kind of like getting 1,000 agility tickets and trading them in. That's literally probably no one has done that. So it's kind of cool how you can do that, and then you can of course sort on the right hand side by the completion percentage and then kind of get an idea of that. So like if we show unhide, we can see that like 93% of people have done the gnome stronghold agility course for a beginner task. So it's kind of cool. You can go through and then really hone in on some things you may need to get done. So like for example, I can go back here into like crafting and see that another 58% completion rate has been completed for making a leather body, something I have not done, but it's an easy task. So is that worth my time right now? Maybe not. But doing 30 blue dragonhide bodies for a total of 50 points, is that, yeah, it's hard. So you get 12% people have been doing that, and I'm like, oh wow, probably should have done that already. So one of the biggest task piles in the game right now is going to be combat, most likely. So combat is huge with tasks. As you can see, there is a ton of hard tasks to get done. Some of them are a little bit bigger in the scope of things, but at the same time, like just defeating one or maybe even 5 bosses or something, it's super simple to get things done. And if you have the right relics, you can go and do things like killing Vorkath in 2 minutes or defeating Zulrah in 130 without really having too much of an issue, even if you're not that great at combat like I am. And even going into the clues section, clues has a pretty decent amount of stuff to get done. The elite ones are going to be a little more difficult, but I think most of the hards are all just kind of filling in unique item slots and just doing just normal even log slots as well. So I think those are pretty easy and something you should probably hunt down, doing some clues. And then if we look into the whole general area, there's a lot of just beginner easy tasks that probably a lot of people haven't done just because they're just like kind of just like out of the blue, kind of nowhere. And then there's just a lot of them here, and it's kind of insane to go and look through. It is definitely a little daunting, especially going into here. These are a lot of like equip tasks. Or just get like certain drops. So it's a lot of RNG stuff. And while you're doing these tasks, one of the main things to note is most likely if you're trying to get to at least Rune or Dragon Cup, you're going to probably have to max the account. Last league you had to do that, and so I'm totally guessing you're going to have to do that in this league, and it is a lot of points on the table for that. Most likely you're going to be getting to base 70s pretty easily, so I'm not even going to try to like cover that kind of path of how many points are in that sector. But going above base 70 into base 80s, 90s and above, that's actually a lot of points. So with base 80 and 90, you're actually getting 125 points for each of those, and then once you get to base 95, you get 250 points. And there's also some total level tasks you can get once you get total level 2000, 2100 and 2200. Those are all 125 points each. And then once you reach actual max level at 2277, you get 250 points. And once you get all 99s, that's going to be 125 points each. So you're going to get 2,875 points in that total. So just getting base 80 and above, all those total levels, and then getting all the 99s, that's going to give you a total of around 4,000 points. Getting into Dragon Cup, you're literally just going to have to go ham. The sheer amount of points in Dragon Cup this time is insane. I was actually able to stay near Dragon Cup the most of the time in last league, and then right at the end I got pushed down into Rune Cup. I was like on the tail end. I can't even get below 10,000 now. It's like insane. I think I'm sitting around 15,000 at the moment. So it's a grind, and you're having to put in a lot of time into this, which I honestly do not have. So I'm actually content if I can even get to Rune Cup. If not, then I'm gonna just suffice with Adamant, and it's just gonna be what it is. So hopefully you learned something in today's video. I didn't really want to make anything crazy long, and I guarantee you might have already known about WikiSync, but really utilize that completionist percentage and see what actually other people are doing and what may be easy. Most likely if a lot of people have done it, it's probably pretty easy to get done in something worthwhile of your time. So definitely go for those, and then definitely look at things that you may have wanted to go and do, and then see that, oh, it's only 0.02% complete, so maybe that's not worth my time. You can also kind of go through and maybe task yourself with how many points per hour am I going to be doing? If I'm going to have to spend 10 hours at this task and it's only 250 points or maybe even 125 points, is it really worth my time versus going and getting some of these other tasks done and maybe just saving some time in that regard? If you like today's video, definitely give it a like and subscribe if you want to see more of this content. I don't know how much more Leagues content we're going to be able to be coming out with, but I'm going to try to do my best and figure out something. Maybe we'll just have some fun bossing videos of me just getting owned. I think that would be kind of fun. But other than that, we'll see you in the next one, and peace.
Combat task completed.